And this is a focus of the upcoming Capital Roundtable, New York City, July 18th, titled Investing in Post-Secondary Education, Why More Private Equity Funds Have Gotten Back into the Game. Why did this topic interest you?
Well, it's something that we've been seeing firsthand in our own investment business. So, going back 15 years, the for-profit colleges were in many ways the biggest part of private equity investing in the education sector. There were lots of publicly traded businesses that were for-profit school systems, and there were lots of large private companies too. And when I was at Leeds, I did a number of deals in the space, and then when we started Renovus, we did a couple of for-profit college deals in 2012 that have, one of which we've exited, that by and large worked out. But then we saw there was a long hiatus where we did nothing in the space, and that coincided in part with how, partly because of the end of the recession and the improvement in the job market, partly from increased regulatory scrutiny, and partly from, kind of over expansion by the sector. The for-profit colleges went through a pretty bad period from, say, 2011 until 2016 or so. And private equity, got out of, stopped doing deals. And there really wasn't even any companies in the market. I think in part because schools weren't doing well, people were not trying to sell. And so hardly any deals got done in that time frame. And then just in the last couple of years, things have turned around. I think one of the things that's happened is that, the good schools have kind of gotten their act together and figured out how to operate, under new regulatory regimes and deliver good outcomes for students. And there's also been a lot of capacity that's left the system. So a lot of school systems went out of business in the last 7-8 years. And so hundreds of thousands of seats, so to speak, came out of the system. And so the schools that survived and improved their operations have started to do well. And you're seeing that in terms of enrollment growth at a number of both public and private for-profit college systems. And that in turn is what has made the sector in a way investable again. So you've started to see properties come back into the market and they're properties of schools that are doing well.